What's up, folks? Doing a live stream again. Um, this live stream is called FEMA Cities, Tents, and Economics. So, uh, I got a coastal evacuation plan right now for when people get to the cities, and I'm about to load it up. All right, so this is what we're looking for, right? We are trying to basically remove stuff like this. So we need a fleet of people from the coastlines. So this will be the first wave of workers. And then they chop it all down and it looks like this. So this is basically a football field, but that's what I'm looking for, like clear land. And this is my grid. So I'm trying to basically work this around row homes of 100. So down in like Jersey, they got like single family homes, and we're gonna smush it together and call it a row home. So they're gonna end up in something like this. So it's gonna be a tent. These are tents, right? And what's gonna happen is this right here is gonna be a storage unit, and it's gonna be like a fenced in area. Like it's fenced in. You gotta go to the police area. It's gonna have 4 police officers and 1 squad car always here on standby. So 4 police officers 24/7, right? So that means we gotta hire a lot of police officers. So these police officers are staying on standby, and they are going these areas. So this right here is gonna be like a really huge closet, right? And you're gonna store your food, your clothes, all of your valuables. So you go from your tent, you check in with the police officer, you write your name, date, and then you go to your unit. You get your fresh clothes from out of the whatever. You get your food, you get whatever you need. So your dirty clothes are also in here. So you put your dirty clothes in here. Over here, this is your bathroom. So it's going to be a shower system. And what happens is it's going to be locked also. So you're going to be responsible for cleaning your unit. And this is going to be $50 a month. So there's going to be like a tube, right, with a vent. And in the wintertime, they're going to blast propane heat in it. So that means you'll be warm while you're taking your shower. So because it's near a road, right, what happens is the water company or the water trucks could easily refill the water that needs to be going into your shower unit. So they're kind of going to look like porta potties maybe without the toilet part. So we got to figure that out. And then this is your parking. So everybody's going to have parking for all of their vehicles. So in your tent, you're going to fit like 4 beds. And if 4 of your family members got cars, there's 4 beds and 4 cars. So you're always going to have parking space, right? So inside the tent, what we're going to do is we're just going to build up a frame. And I'm trying to figure out the width dimensions and the length. but it's gonna be like a 9 foot high ceiling, right? And it's gonna be like square and tilted a little so the rain washes off the top of it, or the snow, it slides off of it. And basically, it's gonna be a wooden frame, and what's gonna happen is we're gonna get plastic, and we're gonna get those staple guns, and we're gonna staple the the plastic to the wooden frames. Next, we're gonna spray paint the plastic to like provide privacy. So we're also gonna try to put in a small ventilation window, and you could just like make that up. You don't really have to like buy something from the store. And this is a rapid rescue operation, right? So let's say this right here is the size of my tent, right? This patch. I want 1 bed, 2 bed, 3 beds, 4 beds, and over here, I want the kitchen area, the kitchen sink, and then right next to it is going to be um, this the stove or something. Yeah. So we're gonna run like a bucket under the kitchen sink and the stove, and then next to the stove, I actually want to build like a small area, probably like the height of the benches outside, and we're gonna properly build this. We're gonna put a kerosene heater in it. So it's gonna look like it's gonna be like a grill, right? And then uh so let's say this is the top of the grill where you're cooking. This little space underneath, hold on. This space right here, this paper is the grill. This space is whatchamacallit, for the grill. No, the charcoal. We're gonna be using charcoal. And underneath we could store a space heater. And it gotta be made out of cement. So it's the kerosene heaters. Uh we gotta figure out the ventilation and the safety when it comes to the fumes and stuff like that. But that's just method A. Method B, for this size of a tent, right? For the wintertime, all you need to do is light about 4 or 5 12-hour candles at like 7 p.m. at night. And the flame will warm it up slowly throughout the whole night. And you'll be extra comfortable, and it'll actually get hot. So the plastic will keep all the heat from escaping, but not all of it, but it'll keep a good amount from escaping. But it'll get hot inside of the tent if you burn like 4 or 5 candles a night during the winter. But it's only when it's like in the 20s or the single digits, and you will stay really warm and cozy. So we got the kitchen area set up, and the beds are over there, and like somewhere here we're gonna set up like a private bathroom area where it's just like a curtain, and then you go inside of a bucket and you pee or poop, and then you take it out to one of these areas like parking, but you take it out here for dispose. to be disposed. So a dump truck or a trash truck will come and pick it up, and basically, uh, we're good to go. So we got bathroom. We also got police, and this is 100 homes. So there's going to be a bunch of these throughout the country and the whole world. So we got police on standby. What happens is it'll be just like living normal, kind of. So you wake up, you got dressed last night, you showered in here, you went to bed, you woke up, you got the kids ready. Then you go to work, or one of y'all, then the kids, they wait out here for the school bus, they go to school, and everything is good. So, in order to build up these specific types of tents, I'm not calling it a cabin because the cabins, we're going to hook it up if we're making a cabin. We're going to like make sure it's solid walls and it's a secured building, and that's what we're going to call a cabin, and it's going to be $500 a month. But these tents, they're not going to have any rental fees on it. But these units, we got to work it out with like the landlords, because the landlords will be able to collect rent off of this, because they need to at least put some kind of money towards their income as a landlord from the coastal areas. So we could just do a mass hire for multiple counties and cities across the whole world. And what happens is, well, the process is, we don't need, we just need regular people. So it could be 16 years old. You don't really need a high school diploma to basically staple plastic to a bunch of pieces of wood that's in a like rectangular box shape. So you just gotta like follow instructions, and everybody could get a job and get paid. So this is gonna be a 24-hour operation, and we're gonna work round the clock. We're gonna set up the crews. I have to do a mass hiring. So before we even start building these, we need to do a mass hiring for people to clear trees. So we gotta like get the materials going. But before we do that, we need to assign a mayor, a new mayor. So let's say next month, all the Atlantic City city over in New Jersey, they declare a special election for a new mayor based on my emergency evacuation orders. And what happens is, I need the mayor before I could even send people over here. So the mayor needs access to a treasury account and bank accounts and budgets. So we would need to split the Atlantic City financial account into two, because the old mayor is going to be staying behind and the new mayor is going to be moving forward. So we're going to split the city in two, and we're going to run the operation that way. So that should be it. Yeah, gotta go. Over out.